Alright, let's get set up.
Mum wants to let you know, Dad, that the shopping's coming at 8.
Alexa, announce. Okay.
Announcing.
Okay. Okay. Right. Let's I'm going to start off by sort of finishing off these goblins a little bit, and then we're going to paint the barbarian. Look at the muscularity. That's what we're going to do. Let me just get set up. Hopefully people can hear me, etc. If you can't, just shout in the chat to say camera's out of focus or whatever. Just been informed by my wife some shopping might be dropped off at 8 o'clock, so in half an hour I might take just 5 minutes to go and bring the shopping in, as it will be left on the doorstep in this day and age. Hope everyone's well. If anyone is in the chat, let me know. Hope you're all good. I'd missed this little guy's feet. Not that he has much of a foot. They're very flat to the floor, the old goblin feet. So maybe what I'll do is I'll paint these goblins until 8 o'clock, and then when I come back, which will probably be about 10 minutes, I'll come back, we will do some work on the barbarian. Oh yeah, you're getting terrible, that's just a white blob to you guys. That's slightly overexposed. Let me see if I can fix that quickly. Configure video. 1 second, let me go the other way. 5. That's better. You can actually see the barbarian now. Look at the muscularity. My phone's choosing this time to go nuts as well. Good, you can go over there, Mr. Phone. Yeah, if anyone's out there in Hobbyland, let me know. Let me know what you're up to. If you want to post links of anything you're currently working on, or even if you're just lurking, just let me know you're there. Right, so let's line these guys up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so now I was going to do a bit of Black Templar over some of the brown for the belts, just to change the colour a little bit. If anyone is in the chat, I hope you had a good day. So it's a bit difficult. I don't know whether to sit here and talk to myself or just assume there's people there. But, you know, if you are, I hope you're okay. I hope you're safe. I hope you're well. I hope your family's safe and well. Right, I need to touch up the green on some of these occasionally. So I used, for the goblins, I used Warp Lightning Green, and I also used Militarum Green. Just to give me... Now, the Warp Lightning Green was a bit bright. I don't know why I was surprised by that, given its name. But it's okay. So I'm just looking for any spots where the contrast is sort of, you know, peeled away from the model, either because I've touched it, or just in the process of it drawing away like it does, it's left any white, any unnatural highlight, as in the primer beneath it. So he's one of the Militarum ones, so we'll come back to those in a sec. So really after this, all I've got for these guys is a few little highlights here and there, like the eyes and the hilts of the swords. We're not going too crazy on them. Then we're going to weather the... I mean, I suppose there is a few bits to be done. I've got to weather the plate. I suppose when I think about it, I've got to do it the number of times that I have, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 goblins in front of me. There's a chunk to do, I guess, because I've got whatever I'm doing it 14 times. Okay, so then we'll grab the now this colour I actually much prefer for the goblins. I think this is this Militarum green. I think makes a great goblin skin colour. Don't know what you think, but I really like it. So much more. Yeah, I just think it looks more appropriate. Now there is a contrast paint for green skin, but I'm going to use that on the orcs. And I didn't want my goblins to be too similar colour to the orcs. Yeah, so I'm literally just quickly whizzing around. It looks like I might have to go back again with some of the browns because, again, it's like weird things. Like I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a white spot sort of right there. Now there's no way I left a white spot there when I put the paint on, but just what contrasts as it sort of pulls away and dries, you do often get left with little white spots every now and then. So it's definitely faster, but you do have to every now and then go back and go, oh, okay, I just need to fix that. So I think that's me done with the greens. Right, there was a foot that needed some work, and it was this one. So this was the dunes. It doesn't surprise me that this one needs a couple of coats because it is a very light contrast paint, to be honest. Ah, hey Patrick. Goblins, yes. Yeah. And then later we may do. Oh, I need a paintbrush to stir my drink. Let's use the end of this brush. My daughter made me a. Take a look at this. This is my daughter making me healthy. This is a ridiculous fruit smoothie. Trying to make me healthy. It doesn't actually taste it. It tastes quite nice actually. Looks like a good colour. You could paint with that. Whoa. A little bit tart. But yes, goblins, and then in about 20 minutes I might take a quick break to go and help bring some shopping in. And when I come back, we're going to do the Barbarian, I reckon. As a little treat for getting as far as I've gotten, you know, really, after these goblins are done, the only thing that's left that's a mass is the orcs. Mummies are done, skeletons are done, zombies are done, chaos warriors are done, Famirs are done, the goblins are almost there. So then, yeah, we're in pretty good stead after that. Yeah, then you're on to Gargoyle, Sorcerer, Wizard, Elf, Dwarf, Barbarian, and a bit of furniture. There's still a bit of furniture to be painted. But I've not been doing that on stream, I've been doing that off stream. I don't think anyone wants to sit here and watch me paint furniture. Yeah, I would have to dilute it a bit, yeah, it is a bit thick. But how are you anyway? Patrick, you good? So I'm going to get a smaller brush. Oh. My stream went funny then. Hopefully I'm still up. I think I'm still up, just this screen went funny. Yeah, same here, yeah. Just finished work, had dinner with the kids. Oh.
Dad, could you help me with the food?
Alexa announce, on my way. Sorry guys, I need to take a 15-minute break or 10-minute break. On my way. Sorry guys, I need to take a... Yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Sit and chill, go and have a look at other channels, I'll be back shortly. I have returned. Is anyone still there? Hello, hello, hello. Ugh. Ooh. I fear I lost everybody. It's okay. It's okay. Right. So what I was doing was the handles to all of these swords. Okay, so as promised, I think we'll switch now, because the next thing I'm going to do on these guys is like sort of highlights and the weapons and bits and pieces. So I think we'll save that, because that's not interesting to watch. So let's switch over and do the Barbarian, shall we? For a bit of fun. Now, can I get him to behave and sit in one of these grips? Yep, there we go. Okay, the first thing to start would be his flesh. So I'm going to go with Dracoff flesh. I might put a little drop of contrast medium in there, just so it's not so strong. Because I can always do a few coats. Cool. While that dries, we'll chuck some silver down on this sword. Oh, knew that had bloody happened, didn't I? I could have called it. Oh, Casual Painter, raiding with 5. Thank you very much. Well, that doesn't happen very often. Thank you very much for that. Welcome everyone who's just come over from Casual Painter. That's really awesome of you. Thank you. Was not expecting that. Very rarely, if ever, do I get raided. Thank you, everybody. I am just painting up. Sort of my project during lockdown is to paint my 30-year-old version of HeroQuest. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, looks like my internet broke because I want you to keep playing. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Casual. Was you just? I assume was your stream going well? What was you up to? Yeah. So we've done quite a lot. I've done all of the skeletons, all of the mummies, all of the Famirs, all of the Chaos Warriors. Missing something there, but also a bunch of furniture. Doing the goblins now. As a bit of a break, because this is a bit of batch painting. I'm going to do something with the Barbarian now. But yeah, we're cracking on through it. I'm using contrast pretty much all of the way. Apart from where contrast doesn't fit, so obviously I'm like metallics and that I'm not going to be doing contrast, but otherwise it's been all contrast so far. Oh, nice. Fallout, man, it's one of those series that I wish, well, I kind of do and don't want to get into because I know the games are massively absorbing, but without sort of understanding all of that, the miniatures probably wouldn't mean an awful lot to me. But I've seen a lot. It's very popular. I've seen a lot of people painting it on streams or in projects over on Beasts of War and stuff like that. A lot of people into the Fallout tabletop game as much as the Fallout video game. There's a little gap there, so I'm going to have his hair sort of sweeping up into his hand there as he's flinging the broadsword around. Look at the muscularity. If you've not seen the Bard's unboxing of HeroQuest, you absolutely should. He does a cracking unboxing of HeroQuest. Yes, I do. I have the entire Hero. I even have the much sought after expansions for HeroQuest. So that's Keller's Keep and Return of the Witch Lord. So I've got 4 kids, so the whole reason I'm in the hobby is to sort of build and paint and play games with my kids as they grow up. Because this stuff doesn't age, right? I mean, you know, so we can play this forever, and we play a lot of games. One of the games we really enjoy playing is HeroQuest. We've completed all of the main quests. We haven't done the expansions yet. We're starting on those, and I've ummed and ahed about painting it for a long time. You know, is it ruining a classic if I paint it? But I've known I will never get rid of it. It's never going anywhere. So with that in mind, why not paint it up? So that's what we're doing. Right, I'm going to grab a snakebite leather and do his belt. And they're not difficult models to paint. I mean, they're lovely models, but they're not massively covered in details. And they really suit contrast paints. But thank you very much for the raid. Like I say, I'm not not one of the mainstream Twitch streamers for miniature painting, so anything like that happens, that's super cool. So I appreciate that very much so. Right, so I'm going to do the boots in the same leather brown, right up to where these little straps on his boots are, so just up to there. So the rest of this is all in the leather brown. And then the strappings I'll probably do in a different colour, and then the fur on the top I'll probably do almost like a dirty white fur. So again, we're just going to go up to where these straps start, which is a bit lower on this foot. It starts there, so there's less boot on this side. Right, I'll quickly grab some nut. I'm just going to drop some nulling oil on that weapon while I let that dry. The thing with contrast is you have to work in. The paint takes quite a while to dry, so you have to sort of work in different areas as and when you can. Keep moving around the model. Okay, cool. Well, I mustn't forget to drink my my daughter. I'm gonna stir it with a paintbrush. My daughter made me a fruit smoothie before I started tonight. Here we go. It's ridiculously healthy. I don't know why I'm drinking it. Wow, that's got some tartness to it. But I'm sure it's doing me lots of good. So I think I can just go a little bit. It's going to look very uneven. I know it's not modelled that way, but I'm going to have to take it a little bit higher because it's looking very uneven on those feet. Let's go at least to there, I think. Otherwise it just looks a bit odd. So I'm actually going to drop some skeleton horde onto the bits just above that, and then we'll do Pocker 3 white on the fur. Right, I'm going to chuck some Pocker 3 white onto this kind of furry loincloth just to see how it comes out, because it's easy to paint over it if I don't like it. I'm not actually sure how it will sit. Trying to mark out those muscles a little bit more with the Dracoth. I sort of thinned out a bit with medium. Now this is without the thinning, so it should have a slightly darker line to it. There we go. He's looking all right. Yeah, I quite like the way that's come out. The white on there, just dirtied it up a little bit. If anyone's out there, do say hello. Otherwise, I tend to go a bit quiet if I've got no one. I can talk to myself, and I often do, as I'm probably doing right now. But it's always nice to not talk to yourself. I bloody hate painting eyes. Anyone else? It's just... That one came out okay. That one's an absolute nightmare. I'll let that dry. I'll go back to it, I think. Right, let's make this sword. Right, I'm going to give him a bit of colour, and I'm going to give him some little red gems to go on his just because he needs something. Hey Amanda, cheer up. Sorry guys, I didn't see you drop in there. Hey everybody. Hey Amanda, hey guys. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Still doing HeroQuest. Gave myself a little treat and decided to do the Barbarian. I was doing all of the goblins. I thought break it up a little bit. Let's do the Barbarian. Probably, yeah, I know. Cheers, Casual. Thank you very much for the raid. I was raided by Casual Painter earlier. It was very cool. Thank you, buddy. Have a great night's sleep. Hopefully I can return the favour one day. Yeah, I mean, I knew Beast of War were running some restreams, weren't they, of a couple of games today. Which they might as well, they have the content just sitting there. Ah, was he? Ah, cool. Oh, was he doing what's it used to be, the way they look at the what are you painting now thread and stuff, or the project review? Oh, I didn't realise just when he was doing it. Yeah, we probably should have. If I'd known, well, hopefully people went and I'm pretty sure people went and watched that because people certainly weren't watching me. Well, that's good. So yeah, everyone's getting on with their projects and stuff. So I'm just going to use a darker brown here to do some scuffs on the leather of his boots. Some stress and strains. That's it, unofficial hobby hangout, that's the one. How was it? The guys alright? Not enough puns. Was you seeing? Was there lots of missed opportunities? You were thinking you could have definitely put a pun in there. Oh, Christ! I might have done an eyeball. I'm not going back to it. I'm leaving it, backing away from the eyeball. I just need to clear up around his face here. We're going to back away from that eyeball. Back away from the eyeball. Yeah, well, I did this one. This one turned out okay. Then this one was a complete and utter bodge job. So I was like, I'll come back to it. And literally first time then I managed to put a straight line down as the pupil. So now I need to just tidy up around his face. He's got quite a murderous look on him. You got no chance of seeing that on camera, but he has got a face and he has got some eyeballs. What do you think, guys? Do you like him? Now, I normally hate pretty much everything I paint, but I think for how much model there is on this guy, I actually quite like him. I think the loincloth's turned out alright. Maybe a bit more white in these tops of these boots. I'm kind of okay with them being a bit dirty white anyway, because they are boots, they would definitely be dirty. Yeah, thanks guys. I mean, you know, definitely what I did is I painted it with contrast and let that do most of the work, and then I just went back and I sort of I used the contrast medium to bring it down a level, and then I just went back in again specifically into the muscles just to try and make them pop out a bit. And actually you know, so on the legs here where the kind of that sort of piece is, and then round here, and then in the chest and stuff on the arm, and it's actually come out pretty good. I could keep going, but I think it's a kind of a know when to stop sort of thing. No, so I actually went with the Dracoff flesh, and because I think the Gilliman's flesh can be a bit harsh, to be honest, a bit dark, especially the contrast. So I went with the Dracoff flesh and decided to water it down, because then I could always go back. And for a skin tone, it's quite a good skin tone. The only thing I'm thinking about now is maybe some extreme highlights on the hair, just at the very tips and the top. I don't know how this is going to come out. Yeah, it needs to be. It needs to be even brighter. Well, I thought that was bright anyway. Here we go. Not sure there's anything else I want to do on him, to be honest. I think he's pretty much there or thereabouts. Cheers, Manda. See you soon. Yeah, I think that's my HeroQuest Barbarian done. Yeah, so I've run. I mean, I can see if I can make him a bit stronger. But there is I run Rune Fang up the sides, and I've kind of gone halfway and halfway here. It might be the lighting that doesn't show it very well. Kind of up the side there and across the side here. Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. Yeah, he should have a good glint to it now. And certainly his weapon would be well kept, so I don't think there's any need to weather the blade or anything. Probably just want to put a bit of this paint into his back there. I think his back's come up a bit. There would definitely be more sort of shadow in the back here. Although he has got a hell of a back arch there. Just to put that in a bit more shadow on the back. Yeah, cool. So we'll quickly whack a grey base in. Baby, he has, yeah. I mean, he's got like a, you know, there's a deep crevice in his back there. He did not miss back day. Where is? What I want. They definitely, when they made these models, didn't want to give them any kind of foot. The feet at the front are so flat, they're almost against the base. Oh, bugger. I just went straight over his toe because I tilted what I was doing. Oh, God. There we go. Concentrate more on what you're doing at this stage. I'll have to just paint the front of that toe again, but that's easy enough done. It's because there's no, like, it's no rise in that foot whatsoever. Karma, yeah, exactly, yeah. That was instant karma, wasn't it? I can't believe he hasn't got his foot on a rock. He's the hero. Surely he should have foot on rock, not foot flat to the floor. It was so funny because at the weekend they did Games Workshop did an announcement of all their new stuff, and they announced this new Space Marine hero that's supposed to be a big deal. And it was, as soon as they announced it and showed a picture of it, yep, his foot's up on a rock. It made me chuckle because now I know about foot on rock. It's all I ever bloody see now. Right, so I'm going to put him there to dry for a sec. And then I'll go around his base again and then I'll fix his foot. Damn foot. Okay. So, what time is it? It is nearly 9. So what do I do? Do I go and grab another miniature? Yeah, let's go and grab another miniature. I definitely don't want to do the goblins on stream because they're a bit laborious. So let's go and get something more fun. Oh, what should we do? Shall we do the elf? Let's do the elf. Here we go. Where's me? Where's me? There it is. There it is. Right, I need some Wraithbone first. Yeah, you know, you're probably right. Okay, this is Elfie Boy. We're gonna go with greens and browns. What should we do for skin colour? I'm gonna try a sort of paler, even more pale than I did the Barbarian. See how that comes out. So I'm going to mix a bit of Apocryphy White with the Dracoff Flesh. See what interesting mixture that gives me. Oh, I don't like that. It's come out a bit brown, which is a bit weird. Let's go with it. See what happens. See if it dries a different colour. If not, we can always You painting anything at the moment, guys, or are you just chilling out? Is anyone else painting anything? Let me know. How's your 3D printing going? Oh, okay, cool. Are they up on your You got any projects going or anything? Be good to see them. Oh, okay, cool. I should take a look. Oh man, that drives me nuts. Yeah, you can't upload. I don't know. I mean, it is obviously issues with the way they've designed and built the website. I know that it's best efforts, but yeah, reliability on the upload process and other things is horrendous. You basically have to do tiny updates at a time. I can never upload more than say 3 pictures at once, especially on mobile. It's even worse. So yeah, I understand your sort of frustration with it. Yeah, yeah. Stick it in Notepad so you can quickly repeat the process again. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. I mean, technically, there shouldn't be a problem because reality is that probably wasn't huge amounts of data in its raw size, but the reliability of that uploader is horrendous. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely tend to leave my updates to either very short and then do multiple updates. I never use the gallery item in an update, because if you stick 9 pictures, I think 9's the max you can stick, but it tends to always bloody fail. So I'll do 2 pics, press publish, go back, edit, do 2 more, publish, go back, edit. It's a bit more laborious, but it does tend to save the, oh, I'm just going to get a white screen of death while I'm uploading this, and sit there and wait for the web page to come back to life. It is the dwarf, the barbarian, the elf, and the wizard. It is pretty much the classic archetypes. Right, I'm going to grab leather brown now, wherever it is. There it is. Oh, what was that? Oh, Maldrak. Thank you very much for that follow. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much. And welcome. You do have to love that with almost no skill whatsoever, because I have none, the speed in which you can bring a miniature to life with these contrast paints. It is quite incredible, really. It's literally like fill in the blocks and you could stick this on the table, no problem. Yeah, it's great, you know. I absolutely, like I say, I don't think I'm getting any better at painting using them, but ultimately, am I getting pieces on the table to play with that look good? Yeah, so what's it matter? Yeah, I'm definitely. I mean, I was always a fast painter anyway. Um, but that's just because I don't put the attention in that a proper. I mean, you know, people that are good at painting spend an awful lot of time, you know, sort of obsessing over those little details, which ultimately make it look amazing. So. I mean, mine sort of sits in that. We definitely couldn't say it's ugly and horrible and poor, but it's good enough, right? It's like it works. Hey, Cole HD. No, you're not lot late at all. We've been going for about an hour and 50 minutes now. I've done. I'll give you a quick look at the Barbarian in a second. So I'm still painting up HeroQuest. We've got the Barbarian done, and then I started on the Elf, and it's coming together fairly quickly, I would say. And we were just talking about the sort of the beauty of the contrast paints, really, how with very little skill and effort you can, you know, literally paint by numbers and get something that looks pretty decent. So yeah, I'll quickly show you the Barbarian. This is what was being done earlier. So he's now ready to go and battle the hordes of HeroQuest. But you're very welcome. Come in and pull up a stall. And where was my leather again? You up to anything, Qual? You painting or building or just chilling? So I'm not actually that. I don't feel too bad about that skin colour now. It's actually pretty much what I was wanted to get, which was a very pale skin and then the pale white hair. So that's good. Oh yes, I will do that, Lorna. Well, actually, I think, actually, Gaz, you're on here. If I paid for you to do it, yes, there is a gargoyle on Thingiverse that I'd ask if you could print on your resin printer when you get a chance, so that I can do one as stone and one as alive. Now, I could print him on my printers, but he wouldn't be good enough quality. But yeah, if I sent you a link for it and paid for postage, etc., and whatever your costs would be to do it, it would be great to get him 3D printed. Because yes, I definitely would like to have 2 versions of the gargoyle. It's a very happy clappy song that's just come on. I have no idea where it's come from. It's a bit too happy for me. Let's skip it. Oh, no, you've just given me the exact same song again. Why is that in there 3 times? Yeah, it's fun. Well, yeah, I have to, because I like to upload these to YouTube as part of my project. I have to listen to copyright-free music, otherwise YouTube just goes, oh, it'll just kill that video for you. So I have to just go onto YouTube itself and just say, hey, give me some copyright-free music. Not that I monetize the videos anyways. I think it's I think it doesn't matter even if I don't monetize them. No worries, guys. Catch you soon, buddy. Right, let's get some paint down on the sword. Yeah, if anyone is painting anything or doing anything, feel free to stick links in the chat. We'll have a look at it. It's always nice to see what people are up to. He's still on the old Mythic Pantheon battles. Nice. Do you play it that often, Lorna? yeah. We played it a couple of times when it arrived. Haven't painted it. I think if I were going to, I would do some sort of zenith painting to it rather than just paint the thing fully. But yeah, it's one of those games that's it's a mythic game for a start, which means it's got a lot of stuff in it. It's a bit bloated. Right, Joan of Arc we've played once because it took us nearly an hour and a half to set the game up. Oh well, okay. Well then, you can't go wrong with that then. Yeah, I mean some of the minis in it are really good, so yeah, if you manage to pick it up for the handsome price of nothing. You don't notice these things until you start painting the model, but I've just realised his ears are actually sticking through his hair. I wonder what those little lumps were, and they are his ears. Yeah, well, yeah, but then you kind of want to get other games out as well. So yeah, we played it once. I think it took us an hour and a half to get the game set up, and then the scenario took less time. And then we was like, oh, okay. And then every time you think, so, oh, should we have a game of Joan of Arc? It's like, yeah, but do I want to spend the next 2 hours setting the thing up? No, I'm alright, thanks. Yeah, well, that's also true. Yes, mould lines through the hair, which this one does have one. So I'm going to do it to before here and just add some little scuffs and scratches on the leather. Right, I'm going to drop a little bit of Nuln Oil on the braces and the sword and the belt. Yeah, it is a shame. It's probably one of those games I'm sort of trying to get rid of some stuff, so I will either sell it or give it away. Probably for someone who likes 15mm, like, don't give a monkeys about Joan of Arc, but I'm making 15mm sort of crusades. Then there's a lot of miniatures in there that you could use. Or any sort of period around that era. There's some fantasy stuff in there as well, but there's a lot more sort of cavalry and bowmen and knights and all sorts in 15mm. But I think that's my general consensus with Kickstarters now, is that they are nice ideas, but rarely do they stay current and supported, and you know, they're just a billion miniatures to entice you in, and then by the time you actually receive it, the company's moved on and doing something else. Mythic are, you know, great for that. Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of any. Maybe Walking... I'm just looking at what I have that's a Kickstarter. Walking Dead is probably one that jumps out that they have continued to support, but I don't think in a massive way. Like, but there's definitely still new stuff coming out for a game that's now a few years old. What else? Certainly not Mythic Pantheon Battles. I know they did a 1.5, but it was literally like 2 models and some dice. Joan of Arc I've heard hide nor hear of since it came out. All their other games are still waiting to actually come out, and they're still bringing out new ones. Dark Souls, which is probably I'm probably one of the few people that actually likes Dark Souls, the game. And they have released quite a lot for that, and Steamforged games still do bring things out. Oh, the list goes on. But yeah, I kind of I'm kind of done with it, to be honest. I'll stick with the sort of the big names and just support their products. Because also I do think that some companies now still use Kickstarter for the wrong reason. It's like, why does Mythic still need to go to Kickstarter? It's had 4 successful Kickstarters. Surely at this point now it could just be doing products.
I lost the band so I can play Light Seekers. So I can't play it now.
Alexa announced. Don't worry, Clark, we'll find it. Go to bed, okay, buddy?
Announcing.
Don't worry, Clark, we'll find it. Go to bed, okay, buddy? They're trying to capitalise on the fit. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're probably right. Yeah, so the only things I back on Kickstarter now are like just cool sort of product things. So the last thing I backed was printable sceneries. I've just done a whole bunch of post-apocalyptic 3D printable scenery, and the only reason to back it is that you get the bundle for cheaper than it will be when it goes to retail, and they do bring everything to retail. So oh god, getting all the kids come through. Yeah, so no more big game Kickstarters for me. I'll do little things that are cool individual things. Like, I'm pretty much going to sell Reichbusters the moment it arrives, if and when it arrives. That will be going straight to someone if I can find someone. Well, we'll wait and find out, shall we? Yeah. You know, I had a bit of a rant about it the other day because I was, you know, Solomon Kane hasn't come. Joan of Arc was late. Solomon Kane's late. This Reichbusters is late, and I know there's always reasons, and that's not the purpose of Kickstarter and all of that. But it is a company that then also keeps going to Kickstarter and saying, "Hey, I know we haven't delivered our other stuff, but why don't you jump on one of our other projects as well?" It's like, nah, not for me, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind being one. You know, I understand whilst one thing's out there and it's being done, and you know, it's keep the energy going. Definitely, you know, talk about your next one. You know, even launch your next one. But I think when you've got 2 or 3 outstanding, I don't think that's a good time to go, hey, buy our next product. And clearly they know what they're doing. I've said it before as well, but I think I've lost favour with that company a bit as well. You know, they did sack off their entire UK staff for a company that's taking millions in Kickstarter funds. You know, as was a big part of that company, and I think a big part of their success. Yeah, no, I think that's the trick. I think that everyone we've all fallen into is the allure of the, oh my god, it's 200 miniatures, and then you sort of realise after you get it, okay, that's great, and they got 200 miniatures, but was there actually a game? Was there actually content? And I've seen, I mean, I don't know enough about. I mean, I own Joan of Arc, but I don't know enough. But there's plenty of people that would say that the game is almost unplayable, and there are certain rules that just for some units and that are completely broken, which is why they very quickly had to follow up with a 1.2 or 1.5, whatever the hell they ended up calling it. Yeah, well, exactly, yeah, because they knew it was broken. They must have known it was broken before they shipped it out the door. And rather than say that, they just made you well, they launched another Kickstarter. Yes, they put like 2 miniatures in it, and like I said, some dice. But it was like, hey, here's a Kickstarter for 1.5. Yeah, no, you can get it for free, but we're also going to just chuck some models at you so you feel like you probably should get this. No pressure or anything. But it's awesome. Yeah. I'm still here. Butt away. But please do butt away. We're all friends. Yeah, if you mean like just bloated, then definitely. Like I say, Joan of Arc took me an hour and a bit, maybe as much as an hour and a half to set up for the first time we played it. Now, of course, we'd get faster, but no game should take you. You know, I can lay out an entire table of 40k terrain and get up and running with that, and a lot faster than this game doesn't even have terrain. It's just tokens and cards and doohickeys and thingy-majigs. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's huge. I think we've all fallen into the trap of it. I think the problem is now, a few years on, everyone's a bit wiser to Kickstarter now, and it's not just. We all know that you can now produce the technology's there. You can produce thousands of miniatures for your game if you want, if you have some people that can create it. It is about how well does it actually play. Which is why I don't, there are Kickstarters I do like. Like I say, I think I'm probably one of the rare people that likes the Dark Souls game. Because actually, as a cooperative dungeon crawler, with a loot system and, AI controlled monsters, I think Dark Souls, the board game, plays quite nicely. And it did come with, they're not the most amazing miniatures in the world, but they're pretty good. They're nice and easy. I've painted up the core box. And the expansions that come are nice because they're a couple of tiles and a couple of miniatures and some, extra little reward cards and stuff for you to loot. You can set the game up pretty fast. If you've not, honestly, I think I've read a few times people sort of, being down on it, and maybe that's because they want that purist Dark Souls video game feel, and of course you're not going to get that. It's a board game. But we've played it. Well, it's the most played Kickstarter I have, that's for sure. So I have no problem recommending it. Okay, Lorna. Thanks for coming and saying hello. I shall see you soon. Keep well. Right, I need to quickly repair his toe because we caught his toe with a bit of grey much earlier in the stream. Where's my leather? It's just a little blob, so a little blob, little blob around there. No worries, man. Mel, cheers, man. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for saying hello. Much appreciated. Maybe see you next time, yeah? Have a good rest of the week if I don't see you before. Stay fit and well. All the best. See you later, my friend. I don't think I'm much longer for this. I think I only really intended to get the Barbarian and some Goblins done, but we've cheekily done an Elf as well, which was nice. Right, let's have a quick tidy up then, and while they dry, and then we'll take a look at them and see if I'm happy to leave them where they are. Put some of the stuff back. By the time you finish, you end up with pots of paint everywhere. I don't think I use many colours, and then by the time I finish I'll look back at all the colours I've used and realise I've used an absolute ton. Yeah. Yeah. Well, these ones are quite cool. I like these ones. So you put I've 3D printed these. They're for Citadel ones where you can then undo the lid. And then when you twist it slightly, it holds the lid open. And it also stops you from knocking it over. But you're absolutely right. When I remember to use one. But they are handy for Citadel paints. For sure. But yeah, get into a good habit of actually remembering to stick a paint in there and do it is another thing. Okay. Try and put them at least back somewhere. I forgot to drink the rest of my smoothie. Don't tell my daughter. Would have gone. I bet it's gone warm by now. Yeah. It's good for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we got goblins galore. Yeah, so when the goblins are done, I'm going to rust up the weapons a little bit, but they'll all look something akin to that. I need to do the belt buckle on him and highlight his skin a little bit, but I'm not going too crazy on these things because these are just the creatures that are on the board for, you know, one round of combat, to be honest, with a goblin. So there's no point going to do mega detail on these guys because you just never see them. And then we've got, who's good to pick up? We've got the Barbarian. So I think he's come out okay. How do I get him on? Is he looking alright? Yeah, he looks alright. So there you go, there's the Barbarian. He's looking alright. I like the way he's turned out. Looks very heroic. And then a little surprise one, didn't think we were going to get him done, but we also did the elf, and he turned out alright as well.